In this Mr. Beast video, 50 of the most famous YouTubers were put into an elimination challenge where the last one standing would win $1 million for one of their followers. Mr. Beast spiced things up by offering to the contestants a free Cybertruck if they made a free throw, but if they missed it, they would be eliminated. Mark Rober, a former NASA engineer with over 50 million followers, was the first to take this mini challenge, but he missed and went home with nothing. Even though he missed a shot, let me show the math on why Mark Rober ultimately made the right decision to go for the Cybertruck. When you need to make a decision with unknown outcomes, a way to make these decisions is to calculate expected value or EV. Let me show you a simple example on how EV works. Let's say that you flip a coin and heads you win $10, but let's say you only lose $5 on tails. Calculate expected value from this game by taking probability and multiplying it by the payout. So in this game, you take the probability of heads, which is 50%, and multiply it by positive $10, and take the probability of tails, which is also 50%, and multiply that by negative $5. So this would be positive $5, and this is negative $2.50. You add them together to get positive $2.50 in expected value. This means that on average, you'll make $2.50 every time you flip a coin, and whenever you have a game with positive EV, you should play it. Not only can EV be used in games, but it can also be used when you're trying to figure out what decision to make. So let me show you how you can use EV to determine if Mark's decision was the correct one. You can break down his decision into taking the challenge or not and determining which path gives you better expected value. If he doesn't take the challenge, then the EV is the EV he gets from the main game. Similar to before, you can calculate this by determining the probability of winning the game multiplied by the payout. In this game, there are 50 YouTubers that are going for $1 million. When you start this game, there's very little information to know if anyone has an edge. Is the smart YouTuber the one that will win? Is it the strongest, the most popular? And so absent of any of this information, each person has an equal chance of winning the money, so the probability of winning is 1 over 50 or 2%. You can multiply 2% by the prize of $1 million, which gives you a positive EV of $20,000 that Mark Rober, as well as every other YouTuber, gets by playing in the main game. You can also calculate the EV of the Cybertruck challenge by figuring out the probability and payouts. For the payout, you win a Cybertruck, which is worth $100,000. Now Mark needs to figure out the probability of making a free throw. According to NBA stats, the average NBA player makes 69% of their free throws. Obviously, Mark isn't an NBA player, but let's say he practices basketball enough that he can make half of the free throw percentage of an NBA player, or 35%. In other words, he is confident enough to make 3.5 free throws for every 10 that he takes. Then you can calculate the EV by multiplying 35% times $100,000 to get $35,000. Since $35,000 is much higher than the path of not taking the challenge, or $20,000, it was the right decision for him to take the challenge. In fact, if you think that you can make 20% of your free throws, then you should go for the free throw. So, even though Mark missed his shot, he made the right decision based on the expected value, and now we know why Mark was a former NASA engineer. Would you have taken the shot? Let me know why in the comments below.